180 laps are completed, 20 to go in Indianapolis, and as we look down below us, we can see that Victory Lane is beginning to be built. Victory Lane beginning to be built. In just 20 more laps, we'll know who wins the Indianapolis 500 for 1996 and the IRL Championship, the first of the Indy Racing League. We watched the Roberto Guerrero and Richie Hearn battle. It is stabilized pretty much in turn number 1. Meanwhile, let's stand by to get the 180-lap rundown from Howdy Bell when it becomes available. Donald, go ahead first.
Lazier is still catching the other two, Bob. It's getting closer between the first three. He's 3.3 seconds out of the lead, about 2.7 behind Davy Jones. We wait with anticipation to see what happens this time around.
Well, we may have to interrupt you, Howdy, because we have battles on the racetrack that we're going to keep a very close eye on. But right now, things are stabilized, although Hearn and Guerrero are in turn number 1 and very close, Jerry.
Yeah, they got real close for just a moment, but it shaped up okay. Guerrero hangs on to that spot right in front of his opponent out there.
Okay, let's go to Howdy Bell, the 180-lap rundown.
In first position, number 8, Zampedri. Second, 70, Davy Jones. Third, 91, Lazier. Fourth, 21, Guerrero. And fifth, 4, Richie Hearns. They are all on the same lap. One lap back in sixth, 11, Sharp. Seventh, 7, Salazar. 8th, 32, Angayas. 9th, 54, Buell. 10th, 52, Matsuda. 11th, 3, Cheever. 12th, 14, Hamilton. And 13th, 22, Jourdain. The rest of these cars are out of the race. 14th, 45, St. James. 15th, 44, Harrington. 16th, 5, Lyondike. 17th, 12, Calkins. 18th, 27, Guthrie. 19th, 30, Dismore. 20, 60, Groff. 21st, 34, Velez. 22nd, 43, Gosek. 23rd, 10, Murphy. 24th, 20, Stewart. 25th, 90, Gardner. 26th, 41, Greco. 27th, 9, Gregoire. 28th, 16, Parsons. 29th, 75, O'Connell. 30th, 33, Alvarado. 31st, 18, John Paul. 32nd is 96, Durant. And 33rd, 64, Johnny Unser. The average speed, 145.337 miles per hour at 180 laps. Bob?
Now in turn 1, battle for fourth, Jerry.
Indeed there is, and Richie Hearns got that fourth position right now. He took it away from Roberto Guerrero.
As they come through Hearn now picking up speed and well ahead of Guerrero, heading down the back straightaway.
Yeah, halfway down the back straightaway, and he is indeed pulling away. He made that pass over in 1, and he has really stretched that advantage through 3 to the North Short Chute.
Well, Buddy Lazier right here has got 2 cars between he and the leaders, and then it is Richie Hearn pulling away from Guerrero.
And so it is Alessandro Zampedri, followed by Davy Jones, a half second behind. Then Buddy Lazier, 3.3 seconds behind. And Richie Hearn, followed by Roberto Guerrero. Those 5 cars are on the lead lap and battling it out in the closing stages of the Indianapolis 500. There are 15 laps to go. And it's anybody's race. It's been a very exciting race here at Indianapolis today with a lot of caution flags, but very few crashes. We've had only one hard wall contact incident. That was Scott Harrington and Lynn St. James, who collided down in turn number 1. Lynn St. James on her way to Methodist Hospital for some x-rays, but apparently is not seriously injured. Down the backstretch, first and second once again, Zampedri and Davy Jones headed for turn number 3. The interval is still just about the same. It's less than a second. In fact, it's just a matter of car lengths as they now enter turn number 4 and come on to the main straightaway. We'll follow them around this time. Here comes Zampedri and just car lengths behind, Davy Jones in second.
I think Davy Jones gained a little ground a couple of laps ago, Bob, but he appears to have lost that. Been a couple of lap cars in there, and Buddy Lazier has not given up the ghost just yet.
Through 2, everything's smooth so far for Zampedri, although we're seeing Lazier close a little bit as well, and he may have enough time to make a charge for the checkered flag.
They're here in 3, but realistically, Lazier is the guy on the move. He is chopping down that gap between second and third, about the same interval between first and second.
Same through 4, and again, Lazier has made the move. He's around one lap car trying to make the move on Scott Sharp on the main straightaway.
The last lap, however, the fastest was Richie Hearn, who ran at 2:29.4, while Lazier was at 2:27.6. They're over at turn number 2 once again in Ken Double.
And again, you've got Zampedri, but right in his sights has Davy Jones, and again, Lazier closing as they head toward 3.
Well, the first to go through 3 will be Salazar, but again, a big gap back to the leader, Zampedri, and that same gap of about 10, 12 car lengths back to second position.
As they come through 4, Zampedri very smooth. Same with Davy Jones trying to make up some ground. Lazier has moved past the slow traffic into 3rd.
What do you think, Johnny Rutherford? Is Davy Jones showing his cards at the moment, or does he want to lead right now with 12 laps to go?
Well, I think he's probably just waiting to get the right move, or, who knows? The car may be it. I would think at this point they're pushing as hard as they can. I know I would be out there. It's time to show your cards and see who's going to win this hand. So I think they're all, they've got it flat on the wood and they're going for it.
Let's go down to Vince Welsh in the pit area.
Earlier we were talking about strategy between Eliseo Salazar and Alessandro Zampedri. Andy Evans from Team Scandia just ran down and had a brief conference with Dick Simon, and they're talking about possibly...
And we have a change of leader, Vince, as Davy Jones has passed Alessandro Zampedri coming down the main straightaway. They're over in turn number 2. Jones has the lead.
Jones has the lead, indeed, and some seconds behind, and Lazier is also gaining ground as they head toward 3.
But keep in mind, the factor here could be Salazar. Remember the team situation earlier on that restart? Would Salazar try to hold up Jones to give his teammate a chance to get the lead back?
Well, coming through 4, we've got Robbie Buell, the slow car, as Jones tries to make a move. Lazier is in second.
Buddy Lazier takes over second position. There goes Jones. Lazier is second, and Lazier is definitely closing in as they go into turn number 2 once again. Here's Ken Double.
And you've got it neck and neck as they come through 2, as Lazier continues to gain ground as they go through the back straightaway toward number 3.
Lazier looking for the lead. He's coming down the back straightaway. He's closing in. Now there's no one between first and second position, and Lazier is indeed the fastest set of wheels out here.
Davy Jones through 4 still has the lead, but Buddy Lazier trying to reel him in. They head to the main straightaway. Just a few laps to go.
Here is Davy Jones crossing the stripe, and Lazier's right behind him.
Boy, Davy Jones has got a birthday coming up on Saturday. What a party this would be. He continues to close in. Now the little stretch out of a gap out there, and he's right on him, Ken Double.
There's no question this is going to be a trophy dash to the finish, barring the unforeseen, as they are right almost neck and neck going to 3.
How many car lengths separating the first 2? About 4, maybe 5 car lengths. The fans on their feet cheering across the North Short Chute.
They head to 4, and again the battle rages. Davy Jones trying to hold off Buddy Lazier, but Buddy's getting closer and closer with each lap.
Here they are on the main straightaway at the line. He might be making a move at 1.
They are side by side, and he's got the move made. Buddy Lazier has taken the lead. Davy Jones into second, and there goes Buddy, and he's on a tear.
Oh, Lazier has opened up a 6, 7, maybe 8 car length lead. Lazier is on his way down the backstretch, and he's in control of this race.
This is Buddy Lazier's race to win. He continues to open up that gap. The fans waving their hats and their programs. Buddy Lazier could well be on his way to victory.
Evelgarn Racing cheering loud. They come through 4. Buddy Lazier, he's pulling away. Davy Jones is still second.
194 laps completed. Buddy Lazier crosses the line. He's 6 laps away from victory.
He is truly the Purple People leader right now. He has run off and hit, and I mean hit big time from Davy Jones already in the second turn.
And we've got Cheever throwing smoke along the back straightaway. We may have a yellow. We got oil all over the track along the back straightaway from Cheever's car. The light's still green here, but Cheever threw out smoke and oil.
Well, Cheever is down on the inside, headed for that warm-up lane, but Cheever immediately, when he lost the engine, got out of the groove, and he is coasting now without power through this warm-up lane.
There goes Lazier across the line again. Let's get a quick report from Mike King.
Just looked at his guys and said, we're going to have to give him a splash and go. Davy Jones' day, it looks like, as far as being a contender, is done. They got to bring him in.
So Davy Jones will be coming in for a splash and go. We continue to watch Buddy Lazier on the racetrack. He is in the backstretch. Let's go to turn one.
Zampedri has skidded against the outside wall. He lost it going into one. He's already in the second turn. Kenny, can you see him? He's fine coming through two. Oh, we've got a terrible spin behind him. A car up against the wall on the inside. We've got oil and we've got all kinds of problems, mainly off the track. But it's yellow now. Cannot tell who it was who spun.
Scott Sharp.
It's against the wall inside. It's Scott Sharp, who came off of two and lost it down low and slid sideways after a half turn, smacked the inside wall, and that's brought on the yellow.
And we're going to be denied a victory under green, I'm afraid, because 196 laps are in the books, and the caution has come out, and I would guess that this was going to be a rather lengthy cleanup. There is apparently a lot of oil on the racetrack. Let us recap what happened. It apparently involves Scott Sharp, who lost control at the south end of the racetrack in turn number 2. He was going through there and just simply lost it, spun around, made contact with the inside retaining wall, and then came to a halt.
You know, Bob, I wonder if it was some oil from Cheever's car that may have been on the racetrack, and he just got up on it before he realized it and spun.
Well, Buddy Lazier is raising his hand, flexing his fingers. He may have used those fingers for the last time to control his car. We may end this under caution. Let's go to Vince Welsh.
I'm standing with Ron Himmelgarn. Ron, whether we'd ended under a yellow or not, I don't think you'd care with your man leading the way.
No, not at all. I mean, what can you say? It's a day come true, you know. It's, all these years trying to do this, I've led this race. We've tried and always had heartaches, and it looks like we're going to bring this home, and obviously we've got a few more laps to go here, but it looks great, and Delta Faucet, I just want to thank them for sticking with me through all the hard times, because they sure deserve this win today. And Montana, our sponsor, just came on with us this month. Real happy for them, and just the whole crew. They did a great job, and Buddy Lazier did a super job.
Ron, you've got tears in your eyes. Your greatest moment here?
Excited.
And I think it says even more considering Buddy's physical condition. I mean, a guy that walks with a cane until he gets to the car and then gets in and drives 500 miles.
Absolutely. You know, 2 months ago we hit the fence there at Phoenix, and it broke us back in 16 places. And here he is out here winning this race. I mean, what a thrill this is, and for him, what a hell of a race car driver.
Ron Himmelgarn with tears in his eyes, tears of victory possibly today. Let's go to Mike King.
Rick Gallis has watched his man Davy Jones compete here today, and a great effort. It looked like you guys were going to have to come in for a splash and go, but when the yellow came out, if nothing else, you preserved that second place finish.
If we can see what happens, you know, we still don't have a lot of fuel. We gambled because we were down, and so, you know, we came here to win this thing, and you know, we just tried as hard as we could, and congratulations to Lazier, because they've done a great job.
Davey held him off for a while, but did he have to crank it back a little bit, try to conserve fuel?
Yeah, we're down lean as that thing will run, and he still run 2:30 on the last lap, so, you know, who knows.
So Rick Gallis, it looked like there for a while he was going to win his second Indianapolis 500. Well, that second place paycheck's not too bad, but you don't get the winner's ring for that.
Let us not be too quick in saying that this race is going to end under caution, because the cleanup has been quickly made back in the backstretch, and it could very well be that we will be going to green flag for at least one lap. Now, when they come down this time, they will complete lap number 198, and they will have to get a one more lap to go signal, so we would have only one more lap under the green. However, that could happen, and indeed, Dwayne Sweeney is showing them one more lap, so we will have a final dash to the checkered flag. We have one car that is positioned between the leader, Buddy Lazier, and second place, Davy Jones. But Jones is concerned about fuel. That car in between the two is Michel Jourdain Jr., the 19-year-old from Mexico City. So get ready, guys, because the finish is coming up.
Certainly hope Buddy Lazier doesn't pass the pace car. oh, that would be
I'll tell
horrible.
you something that was a bit of a concern was that Davy Jones and the rest of the pack are lagging way behind. And I hope that they realize what the situation is and make this up, because they must be 150 yards behind Michel Jourdain Jr., who's tucked in behind Buddy Lazier, who in turn is behind the pace car.
That is a good point. Perhaps they're lagging behind to get a run for it. But again, we wanted to remember what happened a year ago when Scott Goodyear passed the pace car coming off of turn number 3 and into 4. That essentially cost him the Indianapolis 500-mile race.
Well, they're packed up now, Bob.
They're going down the backstretch slowly. Buddy Lazier is cleaning his tires as they go down. The pace car now begins to pull away a little bit in turn number 4, and it accelerates through the north end of the racetrack. And now we wait for the field to come through corner number 4 and onto the main straightaway so that we can get the restart of this race and 1 lap to the finish. The pace car is way out ahead of the field, and here we go. Buddy Lazier now accelerates through corner number 4. It will be the green and the white flag shown simultaneously. Here's Buddy Lazier, and the flags are waving. We're on the last lap.
Oh, this is what you pay your money for right here. Here's Buddy Lazier. There's about, maybe 30 yards, and there's Davy Jones. They settle it in the short chute, and Kenny Double's got a good look at it.
Buddy Lazier is in control, smoothly through turn number 2. Jones quickly behind, but Lazier in control, heading to 3.
A half lap to go, indeed. It's Buddy Lazier's race to win or lose. And now, about 30, 35, 40 yards. Nothing between first and second as they head to turn 4.
Buddy Lazier, the final turn of the day. He has it made. He's just got to keep it between the white lines. Here to call the finish, Bob Jenkins.
The 1996 Indianapolis 500 is won by Buddy Lazier. Davy Jones finishes in second position, crash in 4. Big crash in turn 4.
Guerrero. A big crash. Roberto Guerrero. We've also got a second car that flipped over as it came down the straightaway coming off of 4. Guerrero winds up in the pit sideways.
And Hearn.
And it looks like perhaps, well, we'll get a confirmation on exactly who it is, but there's a couple of cars involved, one with a flip and the other coming off of 4, as we just about had this race completed, and the last turn results in a crash coming off of 4.
Wow, it was a major crash. Now we see that Davy Jones and Buddy Lazier are traveling wheel to wheel, side by side. They're congratulating each other for a great race as Buddy Lazier has won the Indianapolis 500-mile race.